Excuse me, sir. We're recording.
Yeah. Get out.
Is everything on vibrate?
Everything is on vibrates.
Don't call me. Don't text me. Yeah. Oh. Okay. I know what I can't wrap my head around. You ready to start the show?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Because I'm hot right now. All right.
You're hot?
No, not.
Because Brandon turned the arrow.
No, I'm not. I'm not physically hot. I'm mentally hot.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
Mentally hot. Okay.
Remember that song by Missy Elliott? I'm really, really hot. I'm really, really hot. That was my shit. What? Oh, okay. Do you want...
Hey, guys. Hey, guys.
Hey, everyone.
What is happening?
What's poppin'?
I'm your girl, Sierra T.
And I'm your girl, Sherelle B. with the dirty glasses.
And this is Headwraps and Lipsticks, the podcast.
Where we wrap the culture up in color.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. First, 2 things.
Yes.
First, happy Women's History Month.
Ew. I wish, you know what? We really, hey, donate to the CashApp, $sign Headwrappod, so we can get that soundboard that we really want.
Okay.
So we could put the little.
Ooh, especially if we get one by like April Fool's Day.
Yeah.
Prepare to be sick of me.
Most definitely.
Because I'm going to be with the jokes.
Absolutely. Absolutely, yes.
So, yes, happy Women's History Month. Shout out to all the women, Black, white, Latino, Asian American, LGBTQ, all the women.
Trans women's,
everybody. Shout out to y'all making history, continuing to make history. It is the month of women, and we love that here. We uplift women at all times.
I just thought about that.
Women. What a time.
What a time to
What
be
a
alive.
time. What a time. Okay?
Oh,
what
man.
a time. That's number 1. Number 2, we want to thank everyone who came out to the Morning Pages panel last Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, you had to be there. It was super dope. Everybody that came shared their story. Young Citizen, you are just chef's kiss.
Love you, bro.
Thank you so much for including us. Shane, Shayla. It was literally the panel of S's.
Yeah.
Sierra, Sherelle, Shane, and Shayla.
Yep.
And then Young.
He's an honorary S with the Young Citizen.
No, because even with his name, there's no S.
There's an S at the end of Chris.
Okay, but okay.
I'm really trying for you right now. Sherelle don't want you to have it,
No,
but I'm trying to let you have it.
But it's crazy because like while we were playing, I was like, huh, Sierra, Sherelle, Shane, Shayla. Huh. Y'all didn't even realize I was like out of it for a minute. 'Cause I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. But anyway, yeah, really, really appreciate y'all supporting us.
Mm-hmm.
We was in our moderating bag. It was super dope. Everybody that was sharing their stories, so much transparency, learning lessons. It was really, really great. So shout out to Young and Ray Ward for putting on such an amazing panel and having us be part of it.
Yeah, it was dope. And we had our faces all over the place. It was crazy.
Girl.
I mean, even like if you go to the back to like got food and stuff,
Yeah.
like even like the little rooms, like they
Yeah.
had our pictures up on the like computers and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay.
I'm going to I did record a few things, so maybe I'll make a or get Sierra to make the TikTok because I'm not, y'all not coming for me on TikTok. Like,
I got you, sis.
Yeah, because
I'll take care of it.
Because I don't know.
I'll take care of it.
So, yeah. So, that's it. Those were our 2 announcements, basically.
Yay.
That's it.
Yay.
Yeah.
All right. We got a bit of a show. I think it's going to be a fun one.
I think so, too. We really don't have,
Yeah, no, it's going to be a lot of fun. Lots and lots of fun. But first, sis, what can't you wrap your head around?
I can't wrap my head around Gavin.
Is this another call out?
It is.
Oh, shit. How many times we done called this man out on this show?
Gavin
B?
Gavin B.
Gavin B Photography?
Yeah, that one.
Ooh, child.
Gavin B. Okay.
What did he do or did not do?
He does not know how to respond to text, and it irritates me. Okay. You know what you did.
Ooh.
And when you didn't respond, And I can't wrap my head around you not being able to respond because you be on Twitter harassing and on Facebook harassing everybody. So I'm gonna need you to respond to the text.
And he be in his Facebook group talking shit, y'all.
Exactly.
But he don't respond to the text messages.
So we love you, but I can't wrap my head around you
Do
this
we?
week. Oh. Well, I'll speak for myself.
Because you know me and Gavin been beefing since like 06.
Yeah, like, yeah.
Yeah.
You want to tell the people why? Like, why we don't?
Because he don't like black women.
Oh, my gosh.
He gonna be so mad about that.
Honestly.
You know, Joe Budden put up his little list. Did you see his?
No.
Joe Budden put up his list about why women don't like women. But Joe Budden ain't give him no name credit. See, Gavin.
Oh, so Joe Budden stole his list?
Well, he didn't say it, but he was like, shout out to whoever made the list. But he didn't say Gavin's name. See, if you're real hero, if he was really your hero, he would have at least given you credit.
Light skins don't like light skins, I guess.
Ooh, child. Anyway.
I can't wrap my head around you, Gavin. You better respond to my text.
We done aired you out again.
That's it.
You've been on the show the most times. You can't even respond to our text message.
You know what? Can we talk about it?
That's so ignorant.
I don't get it.
In the words of Joe Budden, that's nasty work.
Damn. Now you got us quoting Joe Budden on here?
I hate that for us.
During Women's History Month?
Oh, no. I'm sick. In the show. I got
horrible.
all sick.
I don't like it.
I hate it.
Anyways, what can you wrap your head around, sis?
I don't know if you can tell, but I'm mad about these headphones. I'm very fucking upset right now, y'all. Y'all don't understand.
It's okay.
You know what they don't make technology for? People who wear shit on their heads besides hats and wigs. Because while I got to sit here every episode looking like I'm about to spin the illest hits.
You do look like DJ D Nice.
Turn it up. Like I look ridiculous.
You do look like DJ
I'm
D Nice.
so annoyed by this.
And they all, oh man.
They can't like, and it's like you can't find a good in-ear headphones that it just.
We're gonna get it's gonna be fine.
This is so dumb.
Maybe we need somebody to create some headphones that's a little bit more inclusive to different headgear besides dad hats and fitteds.
Exactly, because what about the Sikhs who be wearing the head? Because I know they need bigger things for they, you know, like
everybody doesn't wear their head wrap with like just slicked and like with a bun in the back.
Because who wants that on your neck all day?
Yeah, it's not fun.
It's not fun.
Like it looks real good with the baby hairs, but like
that's it.
Yeah.
But look at me. I'm struggling right now.
You are.
I'm just.
You.
So weak, yo. I'm so upset, and I'm also my other thing I can't wrap my head around is allergies.
Oh yeah.
And I'm upset about that.
These are literally not fun.
And I'll do a quick little thing. I think I mentioned this last year, but the reason that a lot of us have allergies is because back in like the 60s, the government removed all of the female trees that would catch the pollen. So your government is sexist not only to you, but the environment. Okay. That's it. I'm not going to get in my bag anymore.
I mean,
I'm not going to say nothing else.
Damn.
Anyway, sis.
I'm not really prepared for this allergy season. I really am not. It's just amazing how like I moved to the north and all of a sudden I get allergies. Like I ain't never had allergies a day in my life. I moved to North Carolina, all of a sudden it's just achoo. Like what is happening here?
But I mean, I don't know about in your neighborhood, but there was just not a lot of trees in general in my neighborhood in Philly. So it just wasn't something like...
Yeah, I mean, not really.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there was trees, but not...
Yeah.
My house was like, there was no trees at my house.
Yeah.
Like, nowhere. I lived off of a main street.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you go down the side street, yeah, because I grew up in Long Island. Mm-hmm. But, like, my block, there was no shade. Like,
same.
No shade. At all.
They would actually like come in and like try to plant trees like on the concrete and whatnot. He was like, okay, what you doing with this shit?
And it's crazy because like living down here, like where my parents live, like everybody be cutting down. You know, like the house come with a tree.
Yeah, the house comes with a tree,
and everybody cuts it down. My dad cut ours down in front of the house. Like,
oh, he did.
Oh yeah, it's been like 2 years now.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at it because like when I used to live with them, like my room in the front, I ain't gonna front. When it was nasty work outside, I'd be like.
Oh,
the tree was looking real like, hey, girl.
Yeah.
We gonna be together real soon. Like, I'd be looking like, oh.
Nah, we gonna be together
girl,
real
that
soon.
tree just was like,
oh, my God. I'm screaming.
I don't like it.
I feel you.
But, yeah. So, I'm not prepared for this allergy season. So,
no.
But it's coming.
It's already kicking I think it's already here, personally. Because it's kicking my ass.
Well, time for me to get braids. So
It's once that humidity go up.
even though I did go see Candy.
Yes, you
She
did.
my silk press or whatever, and we got like a whole plan. So like now she's like encouraging me to do like micro links or like a sew in.
Ooh, I like a good sew-in.
I've never had a sew in.
You've never had a
No,
sew-in?
I lied. I've had it one time. Kiera did my sewing
Yeah,
for my
yeah,
30th
yeah.
birthday, and I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
But like that's been it. Like
Yeah.
I didn't keep it in long. Honestly,
Yeah.
I know she probably was like, "Didn't I just do her hair?" Like she saw the picture, like I just did her hair like a week ago.
Was it too much for you?
I don't know.
Kiara used to do my hair a lot back in the day, and yeah,
I don't know.
that whole process was whew.
Yeah. So
Washing the hair, braiding it, getting it sewed,
yeah.
and then like we used to do the leave out. So
Yeah, and
God forbid if you was sweating. Which
that's what I'm saying.
I'm a sweater, honey. I'm a sweater. So
Same. So I don't know. Next time I go see her, we're gonna discuss it because I've always wanted like to do like a messy bun or like a half up, half down.
oh, what's that called? It's called the invisible.
Yeah, the micro links.
Oh, no. I thought you were talking about the weave where it's like you could split it down the middle. You could split it like
Yeah,
there's a name for it, but I forget.
they're expensive. So
Yes, they are.
I don't know, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Shout out to Candy. She got me right, and we still looking all right.
Yes, still looks good.
So that's that.
All right. Y'all ready to jump to this week's show?
Let's get it.
Let's get it. Like I said, it's going to be I think it's going to be a fun one.
Yeah, we literally only have like 2 things political, kind of.
What's this? Well, let's just start it off.
All right.
Clarence Thomas is a coon.
Regular.
There's no doubt about that. You guys know that, I'm about to call him Joe Budden. Not if Joe Budden is the president, we're fucked. Joe Biden is going to be presenting to the Supreme Court a student debt relief loan situation plan proposal. Thank you. I was running out of words. He was going up with the list with the iPad notes. And it's it's already determined that Clarence Thomas, what the AP says, he's the staunchest conservative on the Supreme Court, is going to basically be like, okay, and because he does not care. I do not like Clarence Thomas. I think he is the ultimate coon. He is an embarrassment to his people, and I hate this guy.
I don't even look at him as like, when you say his people, who you talking about?
Oh, you know what? You're right.
I don't identify with him.
You're right. You are absolutely correct.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
I don't like it. I feel like when it comes to the student loan relief, obviously people that don't have student loans are going to be like, y'all be all right. And including the Supreme Court justice, because y'all been out of college. What
70 years?
Right.
Old as hell.
So you still having student loan relief debt is like ridiculous. I'm pretty sure. And I mean, now me personally, if I'm being on the Supreme Court, yeah, y'all gonna handle that.
Right.
I'm not worried about nothing else, to be very honest. So I'm wondering if that's what it's about. So like, I don't know if like the rest of the Supreme Court justices feel the same way. Like I'm curious. I think this is gonna be.
It's gonna be a shit show.
I think it's gonna be interesting.
I'm annoyed, but there are also like a couple Americans who are like, okay, well, what about those who already paid it off?
We're not talking about you.
We're not talking about you.
You can stay out of this one.
You listen. You mad at us because you was an overachiever.
Right.
I really don't know what to tell you.
Well, good for you, ho.
I say, like I always say, forbearance like an adult. Okay. It's just not realistic for us in this country to pay off student loan debt.
Everybody's not in tech.
Something needs to happen, and I feel like I'm not gonna get into it, but I just feel like there's not enough money. Most of the wealth is tied up in like 10, 15, 20 people maybe. The rest of us is out here fighting for scraps.
Literally.
Okay? So
literally.
I don't know where they think this money is going to come from.
Wow.
Okay? Cuz I can't poop $100 bills.
Literally.
It's not realistic.
That's my whole thing. Like, you can give billions of dollars to Ukraine and everybody else, but that, and that's no shade to Ukraine. That's no shade to, countries that are overseas that honestly could use our help. But like, if you can just give to a whole other country, they literally have processed the data, like how much it will cost to end homelessness, a couple of $1 billion. They've literally calculated the data on how much it would take to cancel student loan debt. But you can give that to Ukraine.
Make it make
You get
sense.
what I mean?
I'm right there with you, sis.
Especially like homelessness. Y'all literally,
Y'all don't even want to help the own people in your country.
instead of y'all building little spikes under bridges for people to not sleep on, because like what are you're not doing anything else under the bridge, so why is it bothering
You're
you?
literally doing nothing under the bridge.
There's nothing under the bridge, so like why is it bothering you that people are there?
What do you think? I just.
But they wouldn't have to be there if you would just handle homelessness. You know, maybe like build spaces for them to go, provide them with job assistance, things like that, mental health relief, things like that. But you'd rather build little spikes under bridges.
It's really not realistic. It's
That's
the most.
all.
This country frustrates me. I say this every episode. But this country frustrates the God of me,
Yeah.
bro. I'm over it.
But you know, land of the free, home of the brave. So
Allegedly.
right.
Next topic.
Next, we gonna talk about Robert Kelly. We got a new update. It's not really political, but it's just news, literally. So R. Kelly, like, he's not getting out of jail. That's it. Like, so all his supporters, let it go.
Let it go.
He's not going. He's not getting out. He literally just got another 20-year prison sentence for child pornography. In the same day, Harvey Weinstein also got 16 years in prison. So.
Turn it up. Love that. Love to hear that song.
That's it. Literally, he faced R. Kelly faced charges of 13 offenses related to the production and receipt of child pornography, along with charges of child sex trafficking and conspiracy to commit fraud.
Wow. That's your man's, huh? But Step in the Name of Love, though.
I really haven't heard like any R. Kelly songs in a very long time.
Not on purpose, right? But
Yeah.
I have been like at places and I'm like,
Yeah.
you'll hear Step in the Name of Love or
Yeah, and it's something like, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with, like, you know, you might catch yourself, you know.
oh, because he's done so much.
Right. Like, honestly, I ain't, you know, I can't hear Honey Love anymore. That was one of my favorite songs. Like,
Was it really?
Oh my God, that was one of my jams. Like,
You know, it's painful when you decide to like cancel an artist because the Chocolate Factory album,
right.
I really wish he wasn't a pedophile because sometimes I want to listen to that
sucks.
album.
It really does suck.
It really does suck. But like a lot of the earlier songs, like You Remind Me of My Jeep and shit like that, like it's directly for me linked to the women in the documentary, and for me it's like, oh, no,
Yeah.
it's just like, ugh. It's
Yeah.
I can't. So
I've never watched the documentary. I haven't been able to bring. And y'all know me, I'm a big documentary fan.
which is shocking.
But that's the one I have not bought myself to watch it
because you've watched the Exonerated 5 story, which I can't think of the name of it right now.
the Central Park 5.
Yeah, you watched that. You
Sure
watched
did.
the Khalif Browder story.
Sure did.
But which is
The Khalif Browder story, I still have one episode. It was so traumatizing. But something happened. I just didn't finish it. But yeah, y'all know me. This is a documentary I got in the queue right now that I'm gonna finish. But this Alec Hole Murdaugh story that happened right there in South Carolina, like, I'm intrigued. But yeah, something about the R. Kelly, surviving R. Kelly, I just have not brought myself to watch, and I don't know if it's because, I mean, I think for me it's just like most, like, if not all his victims were black women, and it's like there's something about just hearing these similar stories. I mean, there's like 30 women in these documents.
Oh, it's hella women in the documentary.
And it's just
if you
like,
haven't seen it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, R. Kelly and like all that he did, you know, for black music and everything like that. And then you just know that, like, when them cameras is off and when he was by himself, let me not say by himself because he had people doing it with him. It's just like, damn, like that shit is wild.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't want to hear black women over and over and over again talk about this, you know, celebrity just abusing them because he could.
Right.
And he felt like he can get away with it. So, but
Yeah.
I do salute them for being brave and telling their story, especially on camera. So,
Child.
and that's why we're able to talk about him getting sentenced for another 20 years.
Yeah.
So.
I think the reason I watched it is always am interested, like, how do like the women get involved or whatnot.
Yeah.
And so for me, it's all about like, what were the tactics used? Just so like I can just be aware and also maybe spread the knowledge or whatever. I finished a book recently that had like similar, not
Yeah.
storyline, but like, like the storyline of a narcissist and how like they go about doing their tactics or whatever.
Girl.
And so it's called Paper Dollina by Robin Lucas. You should read it. But yeah, I just, for me, it's all about wanting to know.
Yeah.
I think the more you know about like how people like that maneuver, I think the easier it is for you to recognize it and avoid it. So
For real.
yeah.
Because what this man did was just like utterly disgusting. Harvey Weinstein as well.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, Bill Cosby, like the list just goes on and on and on and on and on. So
Yeah.
speaking of Bill Cosby, I know he's talking about going on tour again soon. I don't know.
To talk about, okay.
Right, exactly. Nobody knows.
Well, he probably need money from all the fees and stuff that he had to pay for his lawyers.
Well,
Lawyer
if you
fees.
just kept your dick in your pants, you wouldn't have to worry about
He
it.
wasn't drugging women.
Yeah, it's like there's ways to go about this. You just you don't have to do it.
You literally don't. You
Like,
could just not.
No means no.
No, literally.
That's just it in a nutshell.
You
Like,
literally could just not.
please.
We're literally begging you not to.
That's all.
That's it.
Anyways,
What's up next?
All right.
That's it for politics.
That's it for politics
Yay.
and news and crime.
Yeah.
Everything else is a bunch of stuff.
It's a lot of clips today, y'all.
It is a lot of clips.
Woo, child.
I
I got some editing ahead of my ass.
Damn.
It's
All
okay.
Next up, we got Howard University. Howard University made headlines because a former white Howard University law student is suing the school for $2 million for racial discrimination.
Wow.
This young man basically said that he was tormented by some of his students as well as faculty because of his race. And
Tormented.
yeah, I'm gonna read this.
Yeah.
I'm just read this. Basically, this young man is suing the school. He was on scholarship and he was actually expelled from Howard University because of this. So there was a series of events in 2020. Most of it started because, everybody was virtual in 2020, right? Mm-hmm. He was making comments on a professor's forum page where students engage in public debates and discussion. And he moved the discussion to the forum after he voiced his opinion in a previous GroupMe chat about disagreeing with the black community, saying they believe government solves problems, countering his beliefs that he saw it only as causing problems, according to court documents. Right. The lawsuit claims that he suffered depression, anxiety, and suicidal thoughts due to public ostracism and humiliation. He also specifically named the Howard University's global head of diversity recruiting in the lawsuit, saying that he told the student that's suing the school that he was the most hated student he had seen during his tenure.
What?
So here's what happened. So this is when it got kind of tricky. So during a symposium close to the 2020 election, the student, his last name is Newman, he proposed questions to the African American speakers asking why black voters didn't question turning to government for solutions, and how reliably voting for the same party every election disincentivized both parties from responding to the needs of the black community. He received amazing black backlash from the class, right? Students also felt offended when the student allegedly compared himself to a black student attending a PWI, or primarily white institution. After attempting to apologize, Newman said students began calling him names such as Mayo King, and Whyte Panther.
I have to go. I have to get out of here. I'm sorry, Whyte Panther.
Whyte Panther and Mayo King. Basically, my thoughts behind this is like, I mean, first of all, I don't think anybody was calling him Whyte Panther. Okay, and I really don't think anybody was calling him Mayo King. Like,
Not in class.
Like,
Now maybe outside of class.
I don't think anybody's calling him the Whyte Panther. I can't wrap my head around that.
I'm sorry, but I kind of feel like somebody would.
It's some bullshit.
That's the name of the episode, bro.
Here is my thing. I'm not saying that, and we've had this discussion about blacks black students going to PWIs and experiencing discrimination and wanting a whole bunch of shock to it that you're receiving this on Duke University's campus. My whole thing is like, I'm not saying that it's right or whatever that he's claiming happened didn't happen, but I feel like when it comes to situations like this, white people attending HBCUs, why? Like, why did you, what kind of experience did you think you were going to have going to Howard University School of Law versus you going to George Washington University or American University, which is in the same city? That's, so I'm really curious. It's just like a black, just like he compared himself, a black student attending Duke University or Chapel Hill or, you know, North Carolina State, and you're experiencing a bunch of discrimination, you're having a hard time. Like, did you honestly, truly expect to be embraced so candidly that you weren't going to experience any type of issues at all? Like, that's my whole thing. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you.
So for you to be around a bunch of black law students and literally kind of like go against predominantly everyone's same beliefs and expect people to not look at you like, who invited this dude?
Right.
I'm confused. You know what I mean?
I hear you. My thing is, if you're going to come into these spaces as a white person, I think you also need to remember that, and I understand him arguing and, you know, trying to do, you know, whatever he's supposed to do. But there is a deeper reason and meaning as to why black people continuously, majority of us continue to vote Democrat. And it is racism.
Right.
And you need to really understand that. And I can't stress enough how while white people probably don't talk about racism in their everyday life, it is literally an everyday thing for black people. Actually, any person who ain't white.
Right.
Or white passing, rather. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a big part. And for that, to me, that means that, to me, like listening to you read your article, that sounds like to me like he wasn't thinking about that.
No.
And that is what got us to where we are now. You not understanding. And that just goes to show you like how dangerous it is to have white people in your spaces, especially when they don't understand or even are like not even getting it about like what it means to be black. Like, if you allow a white person into your space, they need to completely, fully, 100% understand what it means to be black. And if you invite a straight person into your gay space, then they need to fully and completely understand what it means to be gay. Absolutely. And so on and so forth. Absolutely. So this guy, clearly he didn't get it and felt like, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if they was calling him Mayo Monkey and Whyte Panther, but that shit has me weak.
Yeah. I mean, he was expelled, and apparently he was on scholarship. It was a lot. It was really a lot that was going on. So
But you're right. I mean, not that I'm saying that there's anything wrong with the Howard Law School, but why didn't he go to like George Washington University?
That's always been my thing when it comes to,
unless he didn't get a scholarship to George Washington or American University.
And that could very well be the case. Yeah. But like, so I mean, did you apply for a scholarship? Was it just given to you? You know what I mean? Like, 'cause I'm just like, if you were just given a scholarship, then like, okay. But if you actually apply for a scholarship, I'm not saying that you're taking an opportunity away from like a black law student, but I don't know. That is tricky for me, y'all. It really is. 'Cause it's like, I'm all for DEI. I really, really, really am, because I understand diversity, equity, inclusion.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm for it. I get it. I truly and honestly understand it. I just feel like there's always a loophole. Yeah. There's always a loophole, and unfortunately, the loophole affects black and brown people. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird space for me sometimes when it comes to, you know, the conversation of whites and HBCUs, whites in the Divine Nine, you know. I have a
I have an opinion on whites in
I do too.
In Divine Nine. we've already talked about this before, haven't we?
Probably.
I don't think they should be there. I know they can't be denied because of discrimination, but I really don't feel like that's for y'all. And especially like when they come across my timeline, like that old Delta and that old Omega, the old white one, they keep coming across my timeline. I really don't need to hear your stories. I want to hear the stories of older black Deltas or older black AKAs or older black Omega Psi Phi. Like, I don't want to hear. And it's like y'all getting like all this credit for being white in these black spaces. It's weird to me, G. It's weird. I don't like it. I don't like it. But you know what? I'm not in this. I'm a GDI. Okay.
Same.
So okay, I could just sit here and shut the hell up.
I think listen. I think it's black people's fault. I really do.
But they can't do anything because they would be sued for discrimination.
Well, is it the same when the black girls want to be part of AAA or
because they do be getting sued? They them
Legally Blonde. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, is it this? That's my whole thing. Is it the same? That's what I'm talking about. The loophole.
Yeah.
Like, it's always a loophole for us. But when the shoe is on the other foot, it's passed upon. Like, that's my whole thing.
Damn.
That's literally my whole thing. That's all I be saying. The same with like you talking about diversity, equity, and inclusion leaders.
Yeah.
And they are white.
Damn.
What are you sitting here? How are you teaching your employees about diversity, equity, and inclusion? What are you doing? How can you teach somebody about diversity when they never literally had to experience it?
Damn. That's real
You've
shit.
never been a minority. Ever. So who are you to come and like take the job away from somebody that has experienced adversities when it comes to diversity, equity, inclusion because they're Asian American and passed up on a job, or black women or black men or Hispanic people?
Yeah. Yeah.
And all those people are passed over to be a DEI leader because it doesn't look right.
Yeah.
Or if they do hire it, you're like, oh, well, we're just hiring you because you're black. It sucks to me.
Yeah.
And I don't like it. And I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do about it, but that's just how I feel.
Yeah. Whoo, child. We could be talking about this all day, okay? Because we got some really strong opinions on it. But I do want to know, like, what your, as always, sound off in the comments. We definitely want to hear what you got to say about this. Mm-hmm. You could be like, I want more white people in Divine Nines. And I'm like, bitch, you crazy.
And that's what... You is wrong.
I know a crackhead when I see one.
Oh, my God.
Shout out to Judge Mathis. I used to be a crackhead. I know a crackhead.
Like, all right, we get it.
My man's got his crackhead radar be on.
He was on Samuel Jackson said, I'm a junkie. A crackhead. Like, all right, nigga, like, good for you.
My man said, I know a crackhead when I see one. You look like a crackhead.
Well, we also know somebody that needs to stop talking when it's time for them to stop talking, and that's Mr. Deion Sanders, Mr. Primetime. I think it's time for him to wrap it up.
Wrap it up, B.
I think we was rooting for Mr. Primetime when he was at Jackson State University. Mm-hmm. What he did with that team, what he did with them boys is impeccable. Then he's moving on to Colorado State University, whatever. And suddenly he got a whole bunch of stuff to say, and why?
Yep, here we go.
Quarterbacks are different.
Yeah.
We want mother, father, dual parent. Mm-hmm. We want that kid to be 3, 5 and up because he's got to be smart. Mm-hmm. Not bad decisions off the field at all, because he has to be a leader of men. It's so many different attributes in what we look for. Physical, offensive lineman. Defensive lineman is totally opposite.
What do you mean?
Single mama. Trying to get it. He's on free lunch. I'm talking about just trying to make it. He's trying to rescue mama. Like, mama barely made the flight.
That's a nasty take.
That was one of the most disgusting takes I've ever heard in my life.
That's a nasty take. And what's the word? I don't even know the word for it, but it's like for you to assume that a man who is dealing with struggle in his life and is looking, is trying to look out for his mom and his family isn't meant to be a good leader.
Yeah.
Or a good quarterback is wild to me. That's also that's called is it not whitewashing, but what's the word? You know what I'm talking about. White, it's white. Fuck, I can't think of the word. I can't think of it. It'll come to me later. But there's a specific term for it.
White-splaining?
Now, maybe it's, I don't know. Pull the mic up to you.
White-splaining?
I don't know.
White houses.
Anyway, go ahead with your.
I didn't like it. I thought it was really rude, and I really just want one of his offensive linemen to tackle him, if you're going to be honest, because, like, especially, like, what kind of example are you setting for your kids? Like, your kids are nepotism babies. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be honest, okay? They didn't come from a struggle at all. So for you to sit there and say, you know, and for me, it was a little bit of like, okay, so if you're talking about a quarterback, most quarterbacks are relatively like skinny or, you know, whatever type situation. Now you're talking about a D-line who, you know, well, like the O-line was a bunch of, you know, ones that'll knock your ass out. You know, you got your Adamik Sues of the world and stuff like that. Like, what are you trying to say here? Like, what is the difference? Like, why do you feel like a quarterback, why do you feel like, you know, a defensive lineman or an offensive lineman, you know, is at the bottom of the, you know, the bottom of the jar and a quarterback's at the top? Like, what does that mean? Like, you should want all of your players. Honestly, the only thing that should have came out of your mouth was like how you want them in the classroom, how you want them academically. I don't think there was anything wrong with you saying you want your athletes to have a 3.5 grade point average. I think that's amazing.
Yeah.
And that's what everybody should strive for. But coming from a 2-parent household, I mean, I don't know if Deion Sanders came from a 2-parent household. And if you didn't, you turned out pretty well. Maybe. Not with comments like this, but, you know, you turned out pretty good. And there's plenty of football players currently, some that you may even have played with or, you know, have coached that come from 1-parent households, you know, just because maybe another parent passed away or, you know, and the mother or father is doing what they have to do to make sure that their child is on the right path and leaving them in your hands. And then you come out with some nonsense like that.
That's wild to me.
What are you saying?
And it's also like, if anyone was to ever present to me like, hey, I have a 3.0 GPA and I'm also taking care of my family and I also do this sport, is that not a leader?
There was a player, I forget exactly what team that he played for in the NFL, but his story came out with like how, I think that, you know, this is when the topic of, you know, how some NFL players really aren't paid the way you think they are paid.
Yeah.
And his story came up. I'm drawing a blank on his name. And if y'all know who I'm talking about, you know, put it in the comments. And he was talking about how his family lost everything during Hurricane Katrina. Everything. So most of the money that he was getting from playing football, he was sending over to them.
Wow.
He didn't, I mean, you know, he did okay for himself. Like, you know, but his focus was to make sure that he didn't get hurt because I need that check.
Right.
I need to perform. I need to make sure that my family is good. Regardless if it's, you know, he's taking care of his mother and his father and his siblings, or just a father or just a mother, or his grandmama and grandfather, or foster mother, whoever was taking care of him. I don't, like, what is the problem? Like, what is wrong with that? Like, I don't care.
It seems like he is missing out on a lot of leaders who could do really great jobs with this statement. Like, imagine all those people on the is it the O-line? I don't know.
Offensive line?
Offensive line.
Defensive line?
Yeah. Imagine all those players, like, who's getting looked over for being, like, a captain of the team because they from the hood and mama barely made the flight.
Especially for the black men. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just came from Jackson State University in the middle of Mississippi. You know, and if you watch his documentary and if you just look at the history of Jackson State University, you know a lot of those kids come from a lot of adversities. A lot of them do. So I would love to hear what one of their players who, you know, you just abandoned, I would love to hear like how they feel about it, because some of them probably did come from free lunch. And Jackson State University was the only school that gave them a chance to pursue their dreams of playing football, or hell, just getting into a classroom with proper books. And then here you come saying some nonsense like that.
They just didn't have any water when you was there.
Literally.
Come on, man. Like,
what are you talking about?
That's crazy to me. That was a wild statement, dudes. And you're missing out. And you're missing out on a lot of great leaders by overlooking them because of where they come from.
Personally, I think enough with the Deion Sanders interviews. Let's wrap it up.
Yeah, I'm over it.
His time is over, prime time or not. Wrap it up.
I'm over it.
Because he needs, maybe he needs some training, media training.
Maybe.
I wouldn't think that somebody of that caliber would need that, but maybe Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't like it.
Speaking of not liking it,
Nope.
sis, you showed me this video about girl code. This was
nasty.
This is a mess too.
This was nasty.
Yeah. Did you send it to me?
I did.
Okay. I'm sorry.
If I didn't, I'll send it to you right now.
Hold on. You did not send it to me.
I'm sorry.
No, yes, you did. Here we go. Sorry, I'm a liar.
It's okay.
I don't believe in girl code.
Do you not?
Oh,
Why not?
it's just like I'm not gonna not talk to someone because you spoke to them.
Really?
Yeah.
So what if, like in the scenario that I just gave,
Obviously, that's
would that-
different because you're
okay.
actively talking to
Okay.
them. I'm talking about like past
like
situations.
an ex. Okay.
Like I will date my friend's ex.
Would you ask for permission?
It depends. It depends.
You date your friend's ex?
I've done it before.
Girl,
Really? That's interesting.
And I've told a lot of my girls that I'll do it, so they know my standpoint on it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so
I
interesting.
don't believe in that. I think it's silly.
I don't believe in girl code.
Hey, well, pish posh, because you sound stupid.
Damn.
Okay, bruv.
Like, I have questions. Like, does she not believe in girl code, like, at all, like, across the board?
That's what it sounds like.
It does sound like that.
That's what it sounds. I mean, if she, because I feel like that's like literally the top of the girl code. Like,
You cannot talk. You cannot date one of your friends' ex-man. Like, it's just not.
because and to me, it's like, so basically, you've been looking at my man the whole time.
The whole time?
And granted, it's like, okay, like I feel like most people have had a friend who's had a boyfriend who is attractive. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what? Wow, he actually is really good. But like, okay,
Right.
like that's I'm looking, but I'm not touching. Like I'm not blind, but I'm not gonna go ahead. First of all, because there's a reason why we broke up. That man might be trash, so you're not really that much attractive because I'm hearing all the fucked up shit that you're doing to my girl. So like, you know what I mean?
That's gross, man.
I don't know.
In terms of, like, friends, though, that's a touchy. I mean, depending on what the friend did to my friend will determine if I'm going to still talk to them. Like, for instance, if my friend started dating your ex-boyfriend, like, that's some fucked up shit. I can't talk to her now because she would probably do that to me.
Wait, you're saying so like if Naomi started dating like one of my ex-boyfriends?
That's sick shit. I don't know. Like, that's some sick shit. I wouldn't be okay with that. I would be like, Nay, girl, what you doing? Not me using Naomi.
Hey, Nay.
Hey, girl. She listens to this episode like, what the fuck?
Like,
Here's my thing. My thing is, like, when you start keeping these type of women around you, like, it don't look good.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's like, that's who you hanging with? Like,
real.
Like, she be dating niggas' exes and stuff. Like,
Yeah, that's just
it doesn't look good.
Yeah, I don't like it. Like, I mean, and I guess to your point about like, I know some women because there was some comments like, it depends on like what you're calling a friend. And I'm like, if my friend was there from the beginning of me and my man's relationship, like from the very beginning, you knew all the vibes. And then obviously, we broke up after a year, 2 years, whatever. And then you end up dating him. Like, yeah, no. Again, you've been plotting from the very beginning. Like, I don't care what you say. Like, don't tell me like, oh yeah, well, we ran into each other. We had a couple drinks. No. You've been attracted to him because I don't understand. But now if it's like one of my friends, friends that I just met, like,
yeah, oh yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And like,
Now that's weird when you stop to, like, trying to be, that's weird.
you know what I'm saying? It's one of my friends that really don't know me, really don't know my man. And it just coincidentally, they ended up hooking up like, oh yeah, well, and now I'm not going to talk to my friend because like, that's a little much.
Yeah, that's a little much.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
taking it too far.
That's not my friend.
We're just acquaintances at that, because
It might be weird if I see them out, like, but it like, it's not, I don't think it's that deep. But like, if y'all got friends like that.
Listen, the only way you can talk to my ex-man is if I'm dead. But then you'll be up into the court of public opinion. So good luck with that.
Yeah, I mean, because like we've talked about, like what's the young lady? She may have died now. Remember, she had Alzheimer's and her husband was dating her friends. Remember, like B. Johnson, B.
Oh yes,
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I know. Yes, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Like stuff like that.
Was it Beverly Johnson? No, that can't be right. No.
But like stuff like that is weird to me. But it happens. Like,
Yeah.
girl, I'll never forget my mom when my mom had her daycare. My mom had her daycare, and there was a couple that, you know, their kids get into the daycare, everything was fine. Never forget it.
Yeah.
So much hot tea. Never forget it. One day, like, the best friend, like, it was a couple, and the best friend would come to pick up the kids because, like, that was like godmother, whatever.
Right.
Cool. So we noodle that woman, not a problem. One day, her and the father came together. Never forget it. So my mom was like, "Oh, hey."
Right.
So immediately, my mom initially thought it was like maybe they just came, you know, like, oh, it was a miscommunication and they both just ended at the same time. No, they both got in the same car together, picked up the kids, like, whatever.
Oh my God.
So my mom minded her business, like, okay.
Yeah.
Kept it moving. Next day, she sees the mom with the kids, everything, like, nothing. But it kept happening over and over again that
Yeah.
come to find out, the best friend and the father were sleeping together. I think they're married now. Yeah. Very nasty work. Nasty work. Nasty work. I was like 12.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, the girl, even my mom was like, that's weird. Like, why?
That's nasty.
Yeah, man.
Oh, no, no, no.
Nasty work.
No, ma'am.
Nasty work.
No, ma'am.
Nasty work. But it happens. I mean, and it sucks, but like,
Talking about we love each other.
I don't
want to hear that shit.
Personally feel like you can't like bring everybody around your partner, and it sucks that you have to think like that. But I feel like regardless of the situation, you kind of like know, you pick a vibe from certain people. It's like,
She's sus.
yeah,
Like, she would sleep with my man.
Chris Rock said that in a stand up. Like, he ain't wrong. Like, it's like, you know what? He was like how most men would be, and this was pre-slap. Pre-slap.
Goodbye.
Years ago, he was saying how like men, he said, you know, when men meet like their guys, girls, like, wow, that's a really nice woman. I gotta get me a girl like that. Period. And then he was saying women is a different situation. It's like, I gotta get him. And I will slit that bitch's throat to do it too.
Oh,
like,
my God.
I don't necessarily agree with him because you got some niggas out here that move kind of shicey too.
Oh, for
Like,
sure, for sure.
I was in a relationship, and I'll never forget it. After we had broken up, it wasn't DMs back then, but like out the woodwork, I was
Yeah.
like,
Ain't that your man's?
"This."
Ain't that your...
And I'm like, first of all, so y'all knew he was doing this the whole time, and
That's the one right there.
y'all knew he was doing this the whole time, but
That's
yeah,
the one right there.
you coming at me? Oh, okay,
Sick.
cool,
Sick.
cool story, bro.
Sick.
Thought that was interesting.
Very, very interesting. All right, some of these we might have to skip.
We want to tackle.
We can skip the dancing gorilla thing. That
Yeah,
ain't-
facts.
Yeah.
Fast. We got to bring up this Michael B. Jordan thing.
Okay.
Michael B. Jordan went viral.
He did.
The Newark, New Jersey came out of him recently. Basically, the story is, you should be kind to everybody because you never know when you're going to run into that person again. So he was at the premiere of his movie that he starred and directed in, Creed 3,
Yep.
and ran into one of his old high school arch nemesis on the red carpet. And it was very, very awkward.
Yes. Here we go.
So, show we got Michael B. Jordan, the director and the star of Creed 3. And, we know each other. We go way back all the way to Chad Science in Newark, okay?
The corny kid, right?
No, I did not say that. Misquoted for sure. No, you did not hear me say. I said we used to make fun of the name. But yeah, he is obviously killing things out here. How is the difference between you actually directing and working with the same people that you were directed with versus?
It was awesome. It's a family vibe. Last nine years of my life, I spent on the Creed films. They're very supportive. Tessa, Felicia, Rashad, Wood Harris, people that see me grow up. And for the fact that I stepped behind the camera and finally got a chance to direct them, they loved it, they embraced it, and it was a wonderful experience.
And was it difficult for you mentally because you're coming out of a different space?
I didn't know he was doing the athletic gear. I mean, I was staying in it. This is about y'all. This ain't about me.
Isn't this the sexiest man
Director right here.
show off right here? Who's the sexiest man? Because now
kind of
who's
question
the
is that?
sexiest man? Because I thought you said you're on the way up. He might be the one right now.
This is the one. This is the one right here. Yeah. See this?
So is it a tie?
Ain't no tie. We don't compete. Yeah, we don't compete.
Two number ones.
Technically-
Batman and Batman. Or should I? Oh, no, can't say that.
Superman and Superman.
Superman and Superman, sorry.
Luck with that. Love you, bro.
Okay, so you also are going to do a new film with Will Smith very soon coming up. Is the rumor out there?
Not sure. We're still working on the script. You know, that's something that I plan on doing in the future. Not sure when. You know, with these movies, I'm just trying to get through this project.
Right,
So when I get finished with this one, then I'll figure out what's going on next.
And how is it filming in Atlanta?
It was amazing. I've done 4 or 5 films down here, shot a couple television shows, so Atlanta's a second home to me, and I love coming down here to shoot.
Favorite restaurant here?
Oh, man. Whatever hotel I'm in, their restaurant.
Well, you're not corny anymore.
Honestly, I almost felt bad for her until she ended with that. Like, you just really felt the need to bring that back up. Like, about you calling him corny. And it's funny to me because, like, when I really was thinking in the math, because, like, we watched Michael Jordan grow up. Like, he was literally in, like, The Wire and Hardball at, like, 12. So, like, I don't really think he was, like, walking the halls with y'all. Like, so I don't know how corny he really was while he was out here snatching necks and cashing checks.
They probably was making I can believe.
y'all
I can
was in
believe.
homeroom,
No,
like-
I can believe kids was still making fun of him. I absolutely can.
Like-
because kids be like, you can be famous. And they be like, what's up, little famous ass nigga? Like they kids are terrible. Kids would do stuff like that.
No, for real. Like, you be like,
Yeah, you be like, for real?
and like I did learn that they really used to make fun of him because of his name, like Michael B. Jordan. That was
Yeah.
the whole situation. Like that's why he had to do that. And it's just like,
It's really weird.
out of everything, like you wanted to make fun of him for him being named after a amazing athlete. Like I don't understand.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
Oh my
I don't know.
Yeah, but that was very, very cringe.
It was, but that's my new favorite meme. Like literally, the way he was looking at her, like
wow. How the tables have turned.
literally, like
And you're not corny anymore.
okay, well,
Okay, girl.
enjoy my film.
Right. Ooh.
That would have been me. Like, enjoy my film.
Yep. Period.
Star and director.
You know it.
2 checks. Anyways.
Let me check.
Like, girl.
Oh my God.
Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Speaking of Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors, who's on she even did wrong with that Batman. Like, you know that man got a Marvel check.
Who did Batman?
I'm just saying, like, she was like, it's 2 Batmans. Like, Jonathan Majors got a Marvel check. So why are you?
Oh, is that what she said?
Yeah. Why are you bringing up Batman? Like, so you just F. Anyway.
Damn.
Anyways, F for all y'all coming for Jonathan Majors and this whole conversation about masculinity.
Masculine enough. I know that you have said that you look at a lot of your roles, like be it Atticus Finch and Lovecraft Country, as an antidote to like a limited way of thinking about masculinity.
Yeah.
What do you say to those? I mean, I think they're haters. I think it's toxic.
Well, yeah, I
but-
imagine it's the homies, right? It's one of the homies
it was,
that started
who
some
was
shit.
like, it's they,
I like to meet the fellas, you know what I mean?
well, I think they,
I
you think they would want to meet you though? Because they might have to.
I don't even take it there. You know what I mean? I would just like to, I'd just be curious, you know.
What they have to say.
Tell me what masculinity is. You know what I mean? Like, it is fluid.
Yeah.
You know, you tell me what it is. You know, I mean, I wouldn't want to walk up on me in the street. You know what I mean? Like just 110%. You know what I mean? Like, but it's bigger than that. It's love. You know, it's like maybe there's fear in that. Maybe it makes you fearful. It's tough because the conversations you would have man to man. You know what I mean? There's conversations you would have. You know.
Twitter.
Yeah.
But what do you think masculinity? Like, what is your definition of masculinity?
It's balanced, isn't it? There's strength, right? And there's vulnerability. There's awareness, and then there's acknowledgement of ignorance. A big part of it is kindness, right? Use of power,
Yeah.
gentleness. These are masculine characteristics.
Yes.
It's quite unmasculine to try to emasculate another man.
Absolutely.
I'm not coming for nobody,
Yeah.
but kindness is a big part of it. Doesn't matter, you know, how much you weigh or how much you bench press. That's not the point. You know what I mean? It's none of that. You know, it's an energy. It's an energy. You know what I mean? And I hear my brothers. We fight and claw for every inch of positive popularity we get, of positive news we get. You know, and it's not lost on me that in this moment, because of the pictures I've made and because of the way I move through the world, I may be seen as that, and I don't shy away from this idea of black masculinity. I'm just living my life. I am male. I am black.
All right. I might have to retract my statement.
No, you cannot. Absolutely not. I know you're not doing that. I know it's Women's History Month, but absolutely not. No, you cannot. The statement she's talking about. Okay. The statement I'm talking about, and you can go back to episode 2, I believe, when we were talking about Jonathan Majors and how hot he is and how much of a sex symbol he is and how much we love Jonathan Majors. And this one right here was like, I don't know. Remember that? Y'all remember? Go back.
I don't recall.
Okay? It was like 3 weeks ago. Literally. So now, because he...
Listen, I like a man who be talking that talk, who be talking that talk, who be talking that talk. And I like the way he was talking that talk. Okay?
Well, you're going to have to fight Simone for him.
Which, I mean, it really ain't no problem.
I'm not involved.
We might have to fight his white baby mama for him.
But I don't think that's his baby mama.
Who is it?
We don't know. So, and that's okay, hold on. We can talk about that another time.
Okay.
I love what Jonathan Major said. Especially being that what he said, he was like, to emasculate someone's masculinity is not
masculine. Yeah.
And I fully agree. Okay, let me be transparent. I don't know what it's like to be a man. I don't know what it's like to be masculine. I kind of identify as, a very feminine female. Like, that's just, I love the heels and all that comes with being a woman. However, I find it's very, very, these days, like I personally feel like this whole agenda of pushing, I'm not going to say toxic masculinity, but like, I guess, broad masculinity is really just coming from, it's all coming from men. It really has nothing to do with us. Like I saw something the other day, they were talking about how it's gay to smoke hookah if you're a guy. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And my whole thing with that is, if you look back in history, there's been so many men who have come before Jonathan Majors that have this, basically a stylist, that have like been projected in a way that may come off as androgynous or non-masculine. And if we're going to compare Prince to someone like Jonathan Majors, I'm confused, because when I see Jonathan Majors, I see all man.
Same.
I see all man. But you have the princes of the world and the Morris Day and the Time and all those. Hell, look at the Isley brothers in the 70s.
Wow, them niggas was wearing crop tops and everything.
Crop tops. Half of the
heels
men
and bell bottoms. Half
of the men that our parents grew up listening to, in my opinion, now you want to talk about non-masculine, that is the era we're talking about. But I don't understand how somebody like Jonathan Majors or Daniel Kaluuya or Michael B. Jordan or Idris Elba dressing in the color pink or the color yellow, or just a man at Crave in downtown Charlotte smoking a hookah diminishes him as a man. I don't get it. And I feel bad for men who kind of bask in that space of like, like what did he say? Like, how much I bench press and like, all that, like cut it, like grow up. Like that's my new mantra, like grow up, like seriously, because it just doesn't make any sense. That's like from a woman saying like, because a woman may dress like, Brittany Griner, it's like, oh, well, she's not feminine. She's not a woman.
She's not a woman.
I don't understand that. Like, or she really like, there's a serious agenda on femininity.
Femininity?
Yes, I can't say that word. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I'm with you 100%. I will say I don't think it's just men who are holding doing the toxic masculinity. I think there are also women who are also pushing the toxic masculinity narrative. It's like, oh, what you crying for? Like, be a man.
Yes.
I
think we talked about, there was a clip that we talked about a couple weeks ago about that.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think both genders are definitely a part of both when we talk in terms of like what it is to be feminine or what it is to be masculine or whatever. And like you said, like masculinity is fluid and so is femininity. And I would even go as to say, like, I think with each person, it's a balance. And sometimes some people have like more of it. Like, think of like, you may have seen a man who may be a little bit more sassy, but you attracted to him.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
The princes of the world, like women used to fall at the feet of Prince. Michael Jackson. With his long, curly ass hair and his chiseled ass cheekbones and all that shit like that. Grace Jones.
Yes.
As masculine as they tried to portray her, she was literally looked at as one of the most sexiest women on this planet, and men threw themselves at her.
Right. So it's all about having like a balance. I think like we all have, you know, more of it than others. I would consider myself someone kind of like not so much far on the right in terms of feminine, but I know that I'm leaning. It's like sometimes I can lean toward the masculine. Like I'm well aware of like how I am, but I'm still a woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like, I don't know. I think like trying to keep people in these boxes of like, you are feminine, you are masculine is really, really dangerous.
It is.
And I don't know. I think we need to be more careful about that. I think the boomers are going to hate us for this one.
And that's fine. You can be the South Side. Because it's like, unfortunately, you know, like a lot of the boomers are like, it's amazing how like the boomers have raised our generation, and now we have come to terms with our own minds and our own ways and beliefs about doing things. And I think it's beautiful that now we're going to give birth to a whole different generation, and we're going to be able to give them, you know, that space to think the way that they want to. Like, you know what? If you want to identify in this type of way, go right ahead. And well, you know what? I'm not going to speak for everybody. I'm only going to speak for me and for my future offsprings. I don't care.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you want to walk around dressing like Prince, I have no problem with it. If you want to be as super masculine as LeBron James, then so be it. I don't care. As long as you are happy and healthy and living a life that you feel is that you deem necessary.
Absolutely.
I don't get it. Like, it's because it's like, where was all this smoke for Jonathan Majors? Like, this man dressed in pink one time for a Ebony digital cover. Ebony magazine, which is geared towards Black women.
And it was a Valentine's Day photo shoot.
But when he was in The Harder They Fall, dressed up as, you know, one of the most sexiest cowboys ever, this conversation was obsolete. I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
I don't get it. It just bothers me.
Speaking of accepting people for where they are, we don't got that much time. Okay. So I've had conversations with Black men in particular who have a hard time wrapping their head around this concept of Black trans people are still Black people. And they're like the whole like with the Black trans lives matter being an issue, because it's like, well, I'm a Black man and my life doesn't matter. It's like, we're not.
What?
Exactly. We're not taking that away from you.
That don't have nothing to do with that. That don't got nothing to do with you.
When I tell you who it is, once we cut the camera off, that
don't got nothing. Like, literally, that just irritated me. That has nothing to do with
when
you.
When we cut, I'm gonna tell you who it is. Don't forget to remind me. But like,
what the fuck?
There are people who are like just not wrapping their heads around the concept of like Black trans people are still Black people too. What do you think is coming first in the word in that phrase?
Right.
Black.
Right.
And for whatever reason that we don't fight for these people as well is absurd to me. And it's really, really strange. And unfortunately, because a lot of you are homophobic or gender phobic, whatever. I'm trying to figure that one. I don't know that term right either. But
yeah,
like,
I think that's a good word.
Transphobic.
Because technically, they wouldn't be homophobic if you have a lot of trans that identify as straight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're transphobic. Like, you're allowing your phobias of these people to forget that they are still Black, and that to me is unacceptable.
Yeah.
That's really, really weird.
Yeah.
So I applaud, and like she said, they're just being parents.
Literally.
And it's crazy that they have to be like lauded as these like philanthropists when they're literally just trying to protect their child.
That's it.
That's some wild shit.
And you know what? I was talking to somebody about the award because I didn't know what type of award they got. I was like, what was the, I'm like, what, Gabrielle, you done? And when they told me exactly what it was about, I was like, oh, okay. I was like, I think, personally, I feel like not NAACP Image Award, but just accolades in general. Like I hate that it always has to be. How do I say this? Like about something to be celebrated, I guess. I don't know.
Like in terms of like humanitarian work,
like
and philanthropy.
I don't really think. I mean, I'm glad that they got the award, but
Absolutely.
like they don't need an award. They're literally just like
they're being parents.
They're just loving their offspring. Like especially like Gabrielle Union. Like that's not her daughter. You know what I'm saying? But like that's her husband's child, and like at the end of the day, like I have to deal with this. I have to carry the pain. I love this little girl just like Dwayne does. So like, why wouldn't I?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fight for her. When allegedly her own mother don't even fight for her.
Let's okay.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So to have somebody like Dwayne Wade, who again is looked at as this masculine figure, NBA legend, everything like that, to have this trans daughter and fully and genuinely accept her for who she is it is very commendable, but it does need to be commendable because he's just a father.
He's just doing his job as a parent.
He's just being a father.
He's being a good parent.
That's
it. I know why they mad, because they mad because Zaya eating them the fuck up and she looks good. And y'all are sick.
Do you know this girl?
Y'all sick about it.
Do you know this girl on TikTok? She's also trans. She always does like makeup and stuff, and she's always using like "get ready for me to go meet a sugar daddy" or whatever. Like,
no,
I adore her, and she finally got gender reconstructive surgery.
Oh, you talking about the white girl?
Yes.
Oh, Dylan.
No, not Dylan. I know who you're talking about. Not her. Is another one. I'll show you her. She does makeup and stuff like that.
Okay.
And she did the most touching video and how her entire family was with her to go to the hospital to get this surgery and everything like that. And some people were in the comments like, I don't understand, da 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 da. And I'm like, all they're doing is being parents and brothers and sisters to their family member. I don't understand why it's so hard for people in general to just, I don't understand why acceptance is such a problem.
People feel like they need to understand it before they can respect it.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Like we were like on the panel on Friday, when that young man was talking about acceptance, I was like, I had a conversation with him after, because I was like, I really felt what he was saying. Because like, I don't think people understand how acceptance, well, actually, to your point, everybody understands it. They just don't want to address it. Acceptance or not being accepted by people that are supposed to care about you and love you because you didn't ask to be here, and to not feel accepted by them for just existing has to be one of the most probably tormenting and traumatic things somebody can experience.
Absolutely.
And it's just messed up in my opinion. I don't know. So I don't understand why acceptance is just so hard. But then in the very next breath, we want to talk about Christianity and we need to talk about all that other things. But I'll talk about that another time.
Child, we ain't got. Will Smith, you want to wrap it up here?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the only other thing we could talk about is just Angela Davis being white.
Okay, we got to play this because, technically, this is the last day of Black History Month when we're recording this, and I cannot let this go further. I'm going to play this clip right now. So she was on the show Finding Your Roots with the what's his name?
Henry
Louis Gates.
Yeah.
And sis is up. Damn.
What happened?
We want to talk about the Dilbert guy. Fuck that guy.
Okay.
That's the topic. Fuck Dilbert. Cartoon's ass.
Yeah.
And he was just dropped from every paper across the country.
Who's reading papers anyway?
Exactly. Okay. So this is the clip of Angela Davis finding out about her ancestors. We got to talk about this. I don't care. We got to hurry up. Okay.
Any idea what you're looking at? That is a list of the passengers on the Mayflower.
No, I can't believe this. No. My ancestors did not come here on the Mayflower.
Your ancestors came on the Mayflower.
No.
You are descended
No.
from one of the 101 people who sailed on the Mayflower.
Oof. That's a little bit too much to deal with right now.
Did you ever, in your wildest dreams, think that you may have descended from people who laid
Never.
the foundation
Never.
for this country?
Never.
Shook it.
Okay, so a lot of people had opinions about this, and they were like, why would you show this clip during Black History Month? And my thing is, why wouldn't you show this clip during Black History Month? Are you forgetting that a lot of our ancestors was raped? If you shake everybody's family tree, black person's family, a white person's going to fall out. What do you think is going to happen? I'm so tired of y'all like, we need to I understand not wanting Black History Month to be all about trauma. I get it. But you can't, it's a part of the Black American experience. I'm so sorry. It is a part of the Black American experience. That is kind of where we start at in this country. It's through trauma.
I don't even look at it as trauma, if you ask me. It's really like very appropriate because it's history.
Yes.
That is her history, whether she wants to accept it or not. That's your history. And that's really what Black History Month is all about. Tracing your lineage, tracing your roots, figuring out why A plus B equals C, D, E, F, and G. So, I mean...
I don't want y'all to be surprised when you do your research and you find out that you got a slave whipper cracker in your timeline. Because it's more than likely to happen because a lot of us were raped.
I mean, if you want to talk about colorism and how we all have a bunch of different shades, there's reasons behind it.
Why do you think?
I'm just like, am I tripping? Like,
my great grandmother was white and had freckles.
I don't know what my great grandma looked like, but I mean,
listen, I know the whites is in mine.
I know they got to be somewhere in mine, maybe somewhere.
They're definitely in there. There's no maybe.
One or two. I mean, I don't know, but like, child.
I think it would almost be safe to say that, like, I'm gonna say like maybe 92% of all Black Americans who like were like brought here, like their family was brought here through chattel slavery, has some white person in a family tree.
I mean,
but I just was shocked that people was like, why would you show this during Black History Month? No, Angela Davis, this is the perfect person to put this out for Black History
Month. For real, though.
You know what I'm saying?
First of all, let's not act like Finding Your Roots is like a new show or like it only came out during Black History Month. Okay, like support your local PBS. All right.
Yes.
The show's been around for a very long time. He has literally read certain people for filth on that show because they thought that they was just all Black Panther
or a Cherokee Indian.
Okay, and all right.
Okay.
And no, that's not the point. So it's the show's gonna have an episode during March, April, May, June, July. It's not just during Black History Month. It wasn't just a Black History special.
Right.
So grow up.
That's it for this week's episode. We don't have any new 5-star reviews, but yeah, you can send us 5-star reviews. You could have done that, and if you would have, we would have read your comment on the air.
Damn.
So I don't understand.
It's okay. It's all right.
I don't understand.
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Anyway, yeah, we're on a bunch of platforms. We're on Twitter at HeadWrapPod. We're on Instagram at Headwraps and Lipsticks. Check out our Facebook page, Headwraps and Lipsticks, the podcast. Go to our website, www.headwrapsandlipsticks.com, where you can get crew necks and t-shirts that are for sale but not on sale. CashApp is in the description, $HeadWrapPod, and so is our GoFundMe. And lastly, we are on a bunch of platforms. Spotify, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook.
Oh, I hate that we're not on 10.
What is it, 9?
Yeah, it's an odd number. It's irritating me.
Oh.
It's all right.
Yeah. Anyway,
sorry.
That's it. Yeah, follow us on all of the things. If you leave us 5 stars, we will read your review on the air, but you didn't. So now how does that feel?
It's all right.
Anyway, sis, what is your joke?
I got a joke. Why do melons have weddings?
Why?
They cantaloupe.
I mean, I feel like these are getting progressively worse.
Get it? Like
cantaloupe? No, I got it. I feel like they're just getting like progressively worse. Just like over and over. They're not even getting better.
It's funny. I thought that was cute. If you guys have any jokes, send them my way.
Don't send them to me. I don't want to.
Send them to me, DM. Don't tag me in them on Twitter because you might see them.
Yeah, I might see them.
So yeah.
Anyway, see y'all next week. Bye.
Peace.